And here's what I want you to do. The best of your ability, based on brain science, whatever your phrase is, maybe it's just this verse from Mark, you have to repeat that to yourself 3 times a day. Okay? At least 3 times a day. Make it a positive message from God for you. And repeat it 3 times a day for 45 days. Can you do that? Of course you can. Not that hard. Write it down. Put it on your cell phone. Make it something that you remember. And just try that, okay? I'll remind you every week. Maybe we'll send out an e-blast saying, don't forget to repeat the voice of positivity, the voice of love, the voice of God in your head and in your heart. And try it 3 times a day for 45 days. That's not that long. And I want to know what happens. I'm sure that voice of God that can cause oak trees to twist and writhe can rework our neural pathways to give us a more positive message about who we are. And here's why I want you to do that. Well, 2 reasons why I want you to do that. Number 1, because it's the truth. Right? It's the truth. I believe what God says here about you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. I was thinking this morning as I listened to the different, again, funny how this all comes together, to the different voices. I couldn't see all of you coming in, but I could hear you greeting one another. And I'm thinking to myself, geez, God must love me. Look at all these wonderful people that I get to spend time with. I mean, I can't express it, but what an inspiration that we get to gather together, and then I get to know all of you, and what amazing people you are. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that because there's a burden on me to be honest and truthful. So number 1, I want you to immerse yourself in that other voice, that other reality, because it's true. We have to shout down the voices that tell us that we're not worthy, that we don't matter, that we don't count, that we're not important. Because God's voice says that you're loved by no less than God. So reason number 1, let's affirm the truth together. That's why. Number 2, because there's work to do. There's work to do. And the more we stay in that place of fear and negativity, the less able we are to function as God's people in the world. And sisters and brothers, my dear friends, the world needs us. The world needs our voice, your voice, to be bringing that message of love and affirmation and grace. I'm not trying to scare you, but it's urgent. It's really urgent that we be that voice for others. But I wonder if we could do that if we don't hear it ourselves. So that's my challenge to you. If you didn't take up my challenge last week, you've already got the answer, so that one's gone. You have to take up the new one. Okay? 45 days, 3 times a day, think of a phrase that is very positive, that is God-connected, that will remind you of just how precious and beloved you are. And then use that to bring grace and love into the world. Amen.